July 25th, 2024. A private plane lands in Texas. No chase, no warning, no warning.
July 25th, 2024. A private plane lands in El Paso, Texas.
Federal agents, storm the cabin!
They find a 76-year-old man, zip-tied and sedated.
The most wanted man on Earth didn't surrender. He was delivered.
Official records reference an individual linked to a long-running criminal investigation.
The long arc of the law bends slowly, but it bends toward a conclusion.
Manos arriba! Quieto!
No phones, no photos, not even his name spoken aloud.
While the cameras focused intently on the courthouse spectacle, the true extent of the organization remained.
Investigators often struggle with what they call recorded absence, periods where the data simply stops.
Investigators note that informal social environments can obscure clear lines of observation.
In 2017, the louder half of the partnership was gone.
When one pillar disappears, the structure shifts. The sons stepped into a world built long before them. Those who survived longest rarely spoke the loudest. He had survived by avoiding attention. This felt different.
Some choices bring profit. Others bring attention.
The consequences were felt far from where the decisions were made.
Once attention locks in, it rarely loosens.
During this period, officials issued a series of public updates.
Not everyone responded the same way. He had seen how this story usually ends.
Loyalty sounds simple until survival enters the room.
Every year removed another option.
During this period, daily life continued without publicly recorded incidents.
During this period, daily life continued without publicly recorded incidents.
Some decisions are made long before they are spoken. Nothing about him changed on the surface.
The first message was not dramatic.
Waiting carried its own danger. Someone was willing to listen. Very little needed to be said. The offer changed the conversation.
For the first time, the future looked different.
The hardest part was acting unchanged.
Once the date was set, everything accelerated.
The voice on the other end was familiar.
It's good to hear your voice.
There was no obvious reason to say no.
It looked like a place meant to be ignored. Ordinary places invite ordinary expectations.
They talked about ordinary things. They talked about ordinary things.
That's when things quietly shifted.
Every life has moments you can't rewind. This was one of them.
It was over quickly.
Control slipped away quietly.
From this point on, the outcome was out of his hands.
The journey ended where no one expected it to.
Some arrivals are prepared for long in advance.
After decades of myth, he was simply a man in a room. Within hours, the world knew.
Some people understood immediately what this meant.
During this time, officials delivered scheduled public remarks.
Information was communicated through established procedures.
For him, the game was finally over.
For another, survival meant something else entirely.
Back home, the silence was heavier. Everyone knew consequences were coming.
What had taken decades to hold together began to fracture.
The impact wasn't loud everywhere. Sometimes it was just heavy.
Once trust breaks, everything else follows. Inside the system, time moves differently.
After decades in the shadows, everything was now public.
The record would speak long after he could not.
The outcome wasn't sudden. It was final.
For someone else, survival meant cooperation.
Some doors close quietly. Others never reopen.
Power doesn't disappear. It rearranges.
In the end, power leaves very little behind. In the end, power leaves very little behind. Half a century, reduced to memory. The flaw was never strategy. It was trust. It worked because it didn't look like a threat. The danger felt familiar. No one truly won this story. Power protects many things, not humanity.
He avoided every trap, except the human one.
Trust built the empire. Trust ended it. Power can protect you from almost everything, except trust.